Hello everyone, hope everybody's doing great today. Appreciate those of you watching this video. I hope you enjoy it. Today we're going to be talking about this show that just came out. It's about 6 episodes long. It's called LTNS, Long Time No Sex is what this is. That's what the initials refer to. Yep, Long Time No Sex. LTNS is the title of the series. And it's basically about this couple who's been married for a few years, and let's just say the flame has kind of died out. It's kind of being dulled here at this point in the marriage. It started hot and spicy, but after some years of marriage, you kind of see that they're no longer really find each other. Their sex life, let's just say, their sex life is no longer what it used to be. And our male lead here, he's kind of in like a midlife crisis type of thing. He quit his job because of the pressure. He had a real paying job. Now he's like a taxi driver. He's just relaxing. The wife is like a desk clerk at a hotel. Yeah, I'm just going to say she's a desk clerk because she takes everybody's... everybody comes in, orders rooms for her, and she tells them where to go. So yeah, she's like a desk clerk person. And so they're at this point of their marriage where they still love each other, but, you know, they're not really physical with each other. And they're also kind of needing some money, and the wife starts to notice that there's a lot of men and women going into our hotel who are having affairs. So they decided to go into the business of blackmailing people to expose their affairs unless they give them some moolah, yeah, some money. So they go around getting photographs of people doing the nasty and having these affairs and blackmailing them for it. Some of these people are prominent. Some of these people are just like your average day person. So they do have this conflict you see often where they're trying to get money from them, but they know that these people are not the richest people in the world. So they're trying to balance out, you know, how much could they get from them to help themselves and not really put the other person into trouble. So this movie does kind of, or this show does kind of explore why people have adultery. It's not glorifying adultery at all. It's just putting out there like reasons why somebody might be cheating on their spouse, stuff like that. Sometimes you think that they're glorifying, and you know, they try to get you to understand where this person is coming from. Like one example is we have a wife whose husband doesn't treat her right at all, kind of abusive to her mentally and I believe physically too, trying to remember correctly. And then she meets this guy who's also married, and he gives her attention, you know, the loving and stuff like that, you know, kind of puts her needs first. And so you can kind of see from that point of view why she would want to cheat on her husband. You know, I think this is based in Korea. I think in Korea it's a little harder to get a divorce than it is here in America. Like you actually need a reason, and which is, you know, I'll leave that up to you if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I'm not going to get into that kind of political argument right here talking about this show. So it does kind of explore why we get in these, why people might commit adultery. Then we get explored a little bit more in the last 2 episodes, how our couple here came to be where they are now. You know, they did, at the beginning, you see that they were very into each other, very loving, very physical attraction. And now, you know, our man here, he's a little infantile here. He can't really get it up, you know, stuff like that. And like what led to them having a sexless marriage. And so you get to see the events that led to that. And then, you know, I guess the question at the end is, will they be together or do they get a divorce? I really like how this show really portrays, like, even though these two, our main couple here, aren't having sex, they're not don't really have a physical relationship, you can tell that they really do still love each other very much, emotionally, I guess you can say, just that in the physical part. They you know, especially the wife here, you can really tell she's very invested in her husband, really loves him. And our husband here, he's kind of at this point in the marriage kind of detached from his wife. You know, he does care for her, and they are a team because they're going out blackmailing people like that to work really well together. They, you know, when it comes to like the manly stuff, like, you know, the macho stuff, things about this business that they get into, he does it, he steps up for that because he doesn't want his wife getting hurt. So you see that relationship where they really do care for each other. And when they're going out blackmailing, that everything goes well for them. They do get their butts kicked a few times, which is kind of hilarious. It's just like a comedy too. So they do get, they get their butts whooped pretty good. It's like, man, you guys need to take some training here so you don't get smacked down by these people that catch you and stuff like that. I do think that the show is very well written. You really get behind root for these characters, even though they're blackmailing people. You still kind of you kind of like them. You kind of root for their relationship because they have a good relationship. You can tell that one time they were very happy together and that they're still happy, but there's still something there that happened that would cause a little division between them. And like I said, the last 2 episodes are really focuses on their relationship. Where did things start going downhill for them to stop having that physical attraction and then start to become really just close friends and stuff like that. So you're hoping, will these two barrels stay together in the end? Do they separate? What kind of ending will this show give you? I'm not going to give away that much. So going on here too, before I tell you to recommend this or not, will say this show is it's kind of weird. It's a very sexual show. There's lots of scenes where people are having sex, but there's no nudity whatsoever. So it's like, I've got this. I watched this on the Vicky Rakuten app. They got this rated as NC-17, which their ratings are very more strict, like how things are. Like this NC-17 in American terms would probably just be a rated R. Just because, it's really their their sex scenes are very weird, where that they're doing it, but they're fully clothed. And they don't, like I said, there's no nudity, but but if there was nudity, this would probably be like a rated X, like not triple X, but it's rated X. If you know the rating system, because it does have a story and it's not glorified sexual acts. But you do see women going down on guys and other girls, and you know what they're doing, but they just show like the top of the head type of thing. So there's no, like I said, they don't show any nudity whatsoever. You know that people are having sex, but they have their fully clothed, and they shoot it away where you just see the faces and stuff. It's very weird watching it, the sex scenes, because if it was an American thing, everybody would be, wouldn't have any clothes on type of thing. I would say it's about, if you ever seen Monster Ball, that scene with Halle Berry and what's his face? I married Angelina Jolie, Billy Bob Thornton. It's kind of like that, but with that scene, but with people with clothes on. That's how I would explain it. So if you're going, so there's something you probably want to watch with your kids in the room, I would say, or even I would say NC-17 would definitely be, I would say, for 18 and over type of thing. So enough about that. I'm going to recommend this one. I don't know if I highly recommend it. It's borderline highly recommend, but I do recommend this. It is a comedy, kind of like a dark comedy, because you got these people blackmailing other couples for their adulterous behavior. But I do really love the relationship between the husband and wife. I think it's something very special. If you are in a relationship, you would want this kind of relationship with your significant other, except for probably the part where you don't really have sex with each other, except for the lack of physical contact. But you would really want somebody to be emotionally there for you, to be like your somebody to lean on. And these two definitely lean on each other. So I'm going to give this a recommend. Didn't know this was going to go 9.5 minutes, but I hope you enjoyed it. And appreciate those of you who stayed around this long. You're like the 1 in a million person, 1 out of a million people stay around for this long. So I really do appreciate you. And until the next time, we'll explore another movie. We're going to be exploring a movie next time. Have a great day. Bye.